Chapter 35. Sevrin stared in unabashed admiration as Desimone mounted the horse. With a final smile at Sevrin, she led the knights toward the castle. He sighed as he watched her ride away, with all the grace befitting her title. What a woman! And he was engaged to her. "I know who you are, peasant!" Sir Galloway's words cut through Severin's reverie. He spat the word peasant as if it were a curse. "You're the knave who attempted to murder my princess." "Did no such thing," Sevrin said, catching Galloway in the eye. "Be silent before your betters." Galloway approached him. "I have not forgotten how you impugned my lady's honor. I will not rest until I relieve your head from your shoulders. In fact," he held his sword to Severin's neck. Severin's eyes widened at the blade. Would this knight murder him in cold blood? One look at Galloway's face answered the question for him. Bloodlust gleamed in the knight's eyes. "I shouldn't do that if I were you." Thrusting the sword away from Sevrin, William stepped in between them. "It would be a shame if the princess were to hear about your actions." "It would be easy to call her back." Henry stood on his other side. "Bradley here has the loudest voice of anyone in the city." "I should have been a town crier!" Bradley shouted at the top of his lungs. The knights and the princess halted their progress. As one, they looked back to the noise. "Sir Galloway, what are you doing?" Desimone's voice rang out. "Do come on." Galloway growled. "You may have won this worm." He sneered at Sevrin as he sheathed his sword. "But you only have delayed your execution." Swinging up on his horse, he took off after Desimone. "What a nasty character," Sevrin muttered as he watched him leave. "Sevrin!" Henry caught him in a headlock. "You're engaged!" "To the princess!" William ran his hand over his hair. "How did you manage it?" "I'm not so sure myself." Sevrin gazed at his hands. Hands which had held Desimone's own soft skin. Hands which had held her in an embrace. She had accepted him. Him! "This is everything I've dreamed for my whole life." A grin spread across his face. Yes, right." Bradley approached them, waving his hands. "Dreams come true and all that, but we're missing the most important thing here. A dragon? You befriended a dragon? How is this even possible?" "Walk with me and I'll tell you about it." Sevrin turned his face towards home. "About me, then?" Daisy shouted from behind her booth. "To hear what happened?" "Don't worry, Miss Daisy," Bradley called. "I'll tell you everything when I come back. You'll be spreading the story around in no time." "See that you do." Daisy nodded. The boys laughed. "Go on, then," Henry prodded Sevrin. "Tell us what happened." "Sure." Sevrin started home. "It all started when the dragon first appeared and burned down my father's field."